Hello! Today is December 26th. It's now 7 p.m. on the dot, and here we are once again, another week, without having anything to talk about. And Christmas just passed by, man. That was it. Christmas came and went away, just like that. How was the Christmas of you guys? How was it? Was it good? Did you guys eat a lot? Did you guys get any gifts? Mine was pretty good, just by the fact that for the first time in my life, in my 25 years of living, which is going to be soon 26, it's the first time in my life that I haven't felt Christmas melancholy. I don't know how to spell that word. Not spell, I know how to spell it, I just do not know how to say it, which might be the same thing as spelling, I don't know. But it was the first time in my life that I didn't feel the end of the year depression, sadness. As far as I remember, in my whole life, I have always felt, moody and kind of blue, during this time of the year. Felt kind of sad. And I don't know why I ever felt sad. And I can't tell you why I haven't felt sad this year. And I can't tell you why, not because I can't, but because I do not know why. I don't know what changed. But this year, man, I just felt normal, I don't know. I think it's common, right? I think it's common on this time of the year for people to feel kind of sad, kind of depressed, kind of, feeling like it's the end. But I felt good about it, man. I enjoyed my Christmas time. My anniversary is close to Christmas, so I receive the gifts all together, and I'm okay with that. Okay, I do not care much about gifts. I got clothes, which I like a lot. Okay, clothes are useful, they are useful gifts. Okay, so I'm glad, man. I'm happy. I ate a lot of things that you normally do not eat during the year if you are a reasonable person. Okay, if you are unreasonable and fat, the things that you eat on Christmas are like the same that you eat the whole fucking year, right? But I am a sensible person. I eat well during the year, and on Christmas time I just go crazy. I eat a lot of things that I wouldn't eat normally during the year, man. If I ate the whole year the same way I ate on Christmas, man, I would be on the fucking dirt already. Okay, I would be 6 foot underground. I do not even know if that's how you say it, if that's the saying, but I would be 6 foot. Okay, I wanted to be 6 foot, maybe seven, just to be sure. But yeah, man, that was Christmas, and what a lovely time, man. What a lovely time. This year, I think maybe that's why I didn't feel sad or depressed, but this year I realized how wonderful this time of the year is. I am not really a people's person. I'm not the most sociable person, but I enjoy being with the people that I love. I like it. I may not talk to them. I may not spend too much time around them, but I'm glad to know that they are there, that everything is okay. I like to see them. I like to see them talking, and that's how I live my life, man. I'm just an observer, just that. So, I'm very grateful for this year, It was a pretty standard year, I guess, not that's the thing, man. You never know how impactful the things that happened truly are, because the smallest things that happen might trigger something in your future, right? So I don't know, man. Like, for me, the year has been pretty standard so far, but I don't know, maybe something that happened this year is going to become something bigger later on in my life, you know? And yeah, man, that's how it's been. And I'm looking forward to New Year's Eve, and New Year's, the new year that's coming. And I don't know if I'm going to feel sad then. I do not know if I'm going to feel the depression on that time of the year. Maybe on the last day of the year, the sadness is going to hit. But I'm going to wait and see. Okay, I'm not suffering. I'm not suffering on anticipation here. I'm going to wait and see how things turn out. But I don't know. Maybe I'll feel okay during the new year. January is a very sad month usually. It's like, I don't know why. It's a sad month. But I don't know. Maybe 2025 won't be a sad January month. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Okay, I do not know. And I was thinking about Santa. I know I mean Christmas. I know Christmas just went by, but I was thinking about Santa, and I feel like the thing about Santa is people that have kids. Everybody talks about it's bad to lie to kids, but then people say that it's okay to lie to kids because it's so sweet to see them wish for Santa to give them their gifts and all that. But then I realized something. Santa actually is just a mass history. Hysteria. How the fuck do you say those words, man? Hysteria. I do not know. It's just a fucking mass something, okay? It's mass craziness, mass insanity, okay? Because, yes, the kids love Santa. But kids love Santa because other people love Santa, okay? Because their parents lied to them about Santa. Their parents made them get excited for Santa. If we came out clean to all of the kids in the world today and said Santa does not exist, and then we stop saying that Santa exists, like we cut that bullshit off, okay? We never mention Santa again, okay? Nobody's ever going to say that name again, okay? Then, like, kids are going to, they still are going to be excited for Christmas because the magic of Christmas is the gifts, okay? Like, yeah, I know a lot of, like, look, man, I love Christ, okay? But people out there, they do not care too much about him, okay? And all of that talk about peace and whatever, it's not really, like, it's not the reality for people out there, and it's not the reality for the kids. They like the gifts, okay? Let's make this clear. Everybody loves being gifted, and the kids out there, they love the gifts. They love the new toys, they love the new video games, all of that shit, okay? So, like, let's cut the bullshit, okay? So even if Santa does not exist anymore, even if we get to that agreement and we say, okay, Santa is no longer, okay, he is no longer there, okay, we come out clean to the kids that we have, the kids that are on their way, we do not tell them the lie, and the kids are going to still love Christmas. It's going to still be a lovely time of the year because everybody's home. You have holidays, you have extended holidays and all of that crap. The kids are going to be receiving their gifts. Everybody wins, and we do not have to lie to them anymore. Okay, so I came to that conclusion because, like, kids do not really care about Santa, because if they cared about Santa, they would care about Santa the whole fucking year, but they just remember that Santa exists on the end of the year, okay? And kids care about the existence of Santa because their other kids care about the existence of Santa, and because the parents care about his existence. The parents care about his existence because they mention that he exists. Okay? So like, and they say, well, you have to tell him that Santa exists because the kids on his school are going to mention Santa, and the kids going to be curious to know what the fuck Santa is. But like, it's a collective lie, man, that does not need to exist anymore. It never had to exist, okay? Matter of fact, my theory is that Santa was created by psychopathic freaks that likes to see poor kids suffer, okay? It was created by sadistic assholes who want to see poor kids being hurt, okay? And you know why? Let me tell you why. Because the rich kids, or not even rich, like the well-off kids that their parents, they can, they save the year and they can buy a nice gift to their kids. Like those kids, whether Santa exists or not, they are going to receive their gifts. They are going to receive what they want to receive, okay? But poor kids, they don't. But they have the hope. So you see where I'm going here? Because the kids do not know that it's their parents that buy their gifts, right? They think that it's actually Santa. So, the child of poor people, they have that hope that even though their parents can't give them the gift that they want, Santa is going to, because Santa is fucking rich as fuck. He has his minions, he has his reindeers and all of that shit, he's packed, man. Like Santa's packing some guns, okay? So poor kids have that hope that even though they are poor, Santa is going to come to the rescue and is going to gift them the toy that is very expensive and they can't afford. However, Christmas comes and they do not receive the gift, and then they get sad, they get disappointed. So like, who is that benefiting? Really? Like, that's only, like, that's creating people that are going to be depressed, okay? They are going to be hopeless for the future, okay? That's what it's happening, man. Santa is fucking up humanity, okay? That's the problem, man. Because the poor kids, man, and I can say that because I was the poor kid that never got what he wanted, okay? I always wanted a Hot Wheels track when I was a kid, but I wanted the cool ones, the expensive ones, the big ones with the monsters, and, with the contraptions and the mechanics that made the car go fast and spin around. I always wanted that shit, and I never got it. Okay, I never got the fucking track that I wanted. I once got a Hot Wheels track, but it was the low tier one. Okay, it was the one that just had a spin and a ramp, and like there was no cool contraption, there was no cool monster. It was pretty simple, okay? So like, that's what I think, man. I think that sadistic freaks want to see poor kids getting sad on Christmas time, okay? They are literally Grinches. I don't know how to fucking spell that name either, okay? Even though I do not know if it's a name, it's a title, or whatever, okay? If it's an animal, what the fuck is that freak? Who came up with that shit, man? Like a green furry dude? Like, bro, like fur is not green. Is there any animal with fur on the world that is green? Let me search for this because I never seen one. Let me see here. If Google says that Grinch is an animal and he has green fur, then I'm going to lose it. Let me see here. Animals with green fur. Green fur. Let's see if any exists. Okay, so sloth. A sloth does not have green fur, you fucking motherfucker. Okay, so there's turtle, python, and chameleon. I mean, they are animals, but they do not have fur. Like, is there any animal? Okay, birds. Birds, I don't know. I think I do not know if there's any bird out there that has fur, or if it's just feathers. I mean, frogs, man, I asked for a fucking animal with... Oh, no. Oh, sorry. This fucking Google autocomplete is fucking bullshit, man. I put fur and it searched for skin. Let me search here. Okay, let's see if anything comes up. What the fuck, man? Okay. Okay, I'm just perplexed because there's a fucking picture of a sloth that has green fur and I'm freaked out because it looks terrible. Okay. Sloths are the only mammals that come close to having green fur. They have a symbiotic relationship with green algae. So while they are not born with it, it grows on their fur and aids a great deal in camouflaging their bodies up in the trees. Okay, so there's no fucking green furred animals except by sloths, which is not really green, they just adapt to the ambience. Okay, that's all that there is. So who came up with that fucking freak that has green fur, man? That shit's fucking nasty. Okay, it's disgusting. Okay, I fucking hate that bullshit. I hate that motherfucker. Grinch is a fucking asshole. Okay, and because he's the representative of those freaks that like to see poor kids cry. Okay, because they are sad with life. Okay. Like, imagine, man. Imagine, like, I mean, you do not even have to imagine it. You are probably a kid. Now it depends if you are a kid who did receive the gifts that you wanted or not. Okay, but, like, imagine being a kid. You know that there's this creature that has all of the gifts in the world. Okay? And he gifts all of your friends the cool things that they want. However, to you, he gives a fucking... Like, you want a fucking Hot Wheels truck, and you get, I don't know, man, a fucking plastic truck or something like that. That's showing to the kids that the world is a terrible place and there's no hope. Okay, so just cut the bullshit, kill Santa. Nobody knows. Like, we forget that becomes the forbidden name. Okay, the name that does not get mentioned. Okay, and so kids do not have to be that disappointed. Okay, because it's cruel, man. Like, imagine having this being that's so good and so wonderful. Like, how shit that makes you feel. Think about it. Like, you feel like you are destined to be nothing in this life, because the wholesome being that gifts everybody what they want, he does not like you especially. Like, man, I think that Santa should be killed, okay? And I mean, the idea, okay? Do not go to a fucking mall and shoot the Santa. No, do not fucking do that, please. Because that dude is not really Santa if you do not know, okay? But yeah, man, that's what I was thinking about. And yeah, nothing really happened this week in my life because I was home, I didn't have to go to work, but today I had to go to work, so that was kind of sad, as the day was ending. Yesterday was feeling a little bit sad because I was really enjoying staying at home and sleeping until late. But that's how it is, man. Working is good too, okay? Working has its value, okay? There's that saying that some fucking philosopher said once about the working helping the man somewhat. I do not remember how exactly it said. Something along the lines of, it's the work. I do not remember. It makes the man bigger. Okay, I think that's what it said. I think that's what the guy said, okay? So if you are a manlet, if you are less than 6 foot, you should work more, okay? That's going to make you bigger. Okay, that's what the philosopher said, man. Everybody loves what those guys say. So I don't know, man. Do not fucking mention me. Okay? I'm just saying what the guy said. Okay? And everybody knows that everything that philosophers say is the hard fact. Whatever comes from the mouth of a fucking philosopher is the fucking truth, okay? Those guys were tripping back there, man. Those guys were fucking doing orgies banging each other, drinking wine, and saying a lot of fucking cool but stupid shit, and people just are like, okay, that sounds right. We should study that. Okay, if those guys could see that more than 2,000 years later, the shit that they said would still be studied, man, they would be like, holy fucking shit, you guys didn't understand anything that we said, huh? Like 2,000 years since we lived and we said those things that didn't make any sense. 2,000 years and you guys still haven't come up with better philosophies? Like, man, you guys didn't understand anything that we were trying to say, huh? Like, bro, like, okay? That's what I think, okay? Why did I start talking about philosophers? I do not fucking know, okay? So yeah, nothing really happened this week in my life. So I guess I'm going to talk about what happened in the world, okay? And the hottest, most recent, hot piece of news that happened, I guess, was the plane, right? The Azerbaijan. How the fuck do you say that name? Azerbaijan. That country's fuck. You know, that plane crashed, right? I mean, crashed, quotes and between quotes, right? Because, you know, it's been basically confirmed that it was Russia that shot it down. Okay? And look, man, I kind of like Russia, okay? I try to give them the benefit of the doubt, okay? And I mean, apparently it was shut down because Russia was being attacked by drones, or was it? It was a place there, you know, it was around there, okay? I do not know if it was Chechen or Russia. I do not know who, but I mean, it was Russia weapons that shot the plane, okay? And you know, I mean, they were being attacked by drones, so they were shooting in the sky, like not giving a fuck. If you hit, you hit. If you hit a fucking plane, whatever, fuck it. So, you know, they were just fucking shooting the drones and hoping that they would hit. But they ended up hitting a commercial plane, right? Full of passengers, 60 passengers, more than 60 actually. And, you know, I mean, that's pretty bad, right? However, it gets worse. Because then, like, instead of helping those guys, what the fuck did I just say? Russia just fucking says, look, man, you can't land here, okay? Go to that fucking ocean, you know? Go to the ocean and, you know, land on the land. What the fuck am I saying, man? Just land on Kazakhstan or some shit like that. Go through that ocean, okay? That big-ass ocean. Actually, not that ocean, it's the Caspian Sea, I guess. I do not even know if it's actually sea, if it's part of the sea. I do not fucking know what the fuck is a sea, an ocean, a river. I do not fucking know. Okay, don't ask me. But go through that big portion of water, okay? Go through there, okay? And people are saying now that Russia actually wanted for the airplane to go down the ocean and drown. What the fuck? Oh my god, man, I'm fucking dying here. Drown on the ocean and fucking bury the evidence. You know, that's what people are saying now. So it's hard to defend Russia, man, if that's what happened, you know? You fucking shoot the plane. Okay, it was an accident. Yes, sure. Okay, it might mean it's a terrible fucking accident, but then you refuse to help. And you fucking tell them to go over a fucking sea, okay? I'm going to say that it's a fucking sea, okay? The Caspian Sea, whatever. In hopes that those guys would just fucking go down there, you know, fall over the fucking ocean and die drowning, okay? That's kind of shitty, man. Okay, even for Russia. I mean, you fucked up, man. Like, just fucking okay, man. Come here, come here, land here. We are going to repair your plane, and soon you are going to be home. Okay, but no, no, they had to be evil. Okay, they had to be evil. So it's hard to defend them. Okay, when they do this type of shit. Okay, why I started talking about that, I don't know. I was just hoping that something would come out of it. Okay, but I was talking about, so since I just mentioned Russia, I guess I'm going to talk about the series that I've been watching, the show that I've been watching called The Americans, which is about a couple, an American couple, actually a Russian couple that is spying on the USA. Okay, they live as a couple in America, pretending to be American. Okay, they are married, they have kids, but they are actually Russian spies. Okay, finally, fucking finally, I was able to put that shit into words. Okay, why is it so hard to explain something so simple as that? Because I'm fucking retarded. Sorry. So I'm watching that show, right? And I do not know how accurate, accurate. I do not know how accurate. Fuck it. I do not know how precise that show is on showing the lives of spies. But if it is, if it's precise, if it's accurate, then let me tell you, man, all of the problems in this fucking world happens because people are too horny for their own goods. Okay, like every shit that happens in that show, every secret that gets exposed, everything that happens is because people are way too fucking horny, man. Like, it's bizarre, man. How many secrets were spilled because people just wanted to fucking beat their meat? Not beat their meat, they wanted to get their meat beaten, or they wanted to be beaten by the meat. Okay, it's just fucking crazy, man. I watched that show, and every time, man, every single time, some fucking idiots who is apparently smart, who's a fucking engineer with top security clearance or shit like that, they always fucking do some dumb shit because of some hot bitch, man. And I'm like, weren't you supposed to be smart? Like, why are you doing that, man? Why are you so horny? So I'm like, I just laugh at that show, man. It's a fucking funny show, okay? It's kind of sad. It's kind of depressing. It's a lot of depressing, actually. But at the same time, man, I every time that happens, I just start laughing manically. Because it's always the same, man. Some dumb dude that was meant to be smart, that is smart. He thinks with his fucking dumb head and ends up fucking everything up, and so now the secrets of the country are in the hands of the enemy. Okay, so that's what happens, man, and it makes me like it's kind of reassuring knowing that there are so many dumb people in the world. It's reassuring knowing that there's smart people that are actually dumb, actually, you know. Because I mean, I'm dumb, okay, I'm very dumb. But when I see smart people doing dumb stuff, it's comforting, you know? It's comforting. Why? I don't know, man. I have a fucking very fragile ego. So that makes me happy, you know? That makes me happy. The Cold War period, man, like, it's very interesting reading about all of the fucking wild shit that happened back then. You know, CIA, man, you start watching videos about the CIA projects, man, you are like, holy fucking shit, they actually did that. They actually did that. Like, when you watch those videos and you see things that are factual, that actually happened, that the CIA really did it, like, it's hard to not become a conspiracy nuts. Because, and that's the thing, man, the things that the CIA did that were fucking crazy, like, they are not the worst. Like, you can be sure, like, the worst things they are not showing you. So if the things that they are showing you is already that fucking crazy, man, imagine the things that they are not showing you. And that's the CIA only. Like, think about Mossad, think about the KGB, think about the fucking intelligence agency from the UK that's pretty powerful too, right? Like, think about all of the crazy shit that those guys have done. So, like, when you think about it, man, conspiracy theories, they do not seem that far-fetched anymore, okay? Like, look, man, maybe the earth really is flat, okay? Maybe this sky really is just a fucking giant screen, because I mean, I don't know, man. I do not believe in it. But if it comes out tomorrow that it's true, I'm not going to be that surprised. Like, I really am. Like, I do not know what is going to take to surprise me anymore, because the wildest, like, the fucking craziest things happened already. I could go through some of the shit that the CIA did. Let me search here, okay? I do not have anything to talk about today. I didn't think about anything. I didn't write anything. So let's do that. Okay, let me just search here for declassified CIA operations. Okay, let's see here if we can find anything that... Look, man, I'm just going to search for CIA declassified operations Reddit, because I do not want to go for a fucking... Okay, this is a good one. What is a declassified document that is so unbelievable it sounds fake? Let's see here. Bat bombs were an experimental World War II weapon developed by the United States. The bomb consisted of a bomb-shaped casing with over 1,000 compartments, each containing a hibernating Mexican three-tailed bat with a small timed incendiary bomb attached. Dropped from a bomber down, the casings would deploy a parachute in mid-flight and open to release the bats, which would then disperse and roost in eaves and attics in a 20 to 40 mile radius. The incendiaries, which were set on timers, would then ignite and start fires in inaccessible places in the largely wood and paper. Okay, that's not really that cool, okay? I mean, yeah, it's fucking crazy that somebody had that idea, but I mean, okay, it's not that far-fetched. I mean, I want the crazy stuff, okay? I want the vile stuff, okay? Let's see here. Okay, so detonating a nuclear warhead on the moon. I mean, yeah, okay, that's cool again, but that's not that crazy, man. Come on. Like, why is it every time that I say that something exists, like, I always contradict myself in this bullshit? Okay, I always say that something exists, and then I search for it, and out of nowhere there's nothing there. Okay. Oh my god, man. Sorry, man, I just... Okay, man, it's not that crazy, actually. I just fucked everything up, okay? Okay. Okay, so here, one that's kind of interesting, at least. Okay, so there's a declassified CIA document about them interviewing people who claimed to be able to astral project themselves onto Mars, into underground alien cities or something. It was very in-depth, but I can't remember what it's called. Okay, so let's pretend that this is actually real, okay? Because, I mean, again, I do not have a fucking source for this. But some random guy said it on Reddit, so let's roll with it. Roll and roll. Okay, so think about it. Those guys at CIA, they are pretty smart dudes. Okay, they probably are very skeptical. Skeptical. I think it's skeptical. Anyways, so they are intelligent, well informed. If there's people that are well informed in this fucking world, you bet it's fucking CIA. Okay, those guys know everything that goes on. Okay, so those guys that are educated, they have a project, a secret project, to research people that claim to be able to astral project into fucking Mars. Okay, so those smart people from the CIA, they go as far as research people that claim to be able to astral project into Mars. Like, can you understand the fucking insanity of this? Because if you ask a petulant, an asshole with a degree that thinks himself as very smart, if you ask one of those assholes that think they are smarter than they are, okay? If you ask a fucking idiot who is smart but spills the beans to Russian spies, okay? Imagine a very arrogant scientist asshole who is a fucking piece of shit and thinks that, like, imagine that guy, okay? Like, if you tell him about the possibility of people astral projecting themselves into Mars, they are going to laugh and they are going to just say that it's the dumbest thing that they heard in their entire lives or something like that. Okay, they are going to be really mean. Okay, and they are going to bully you. Okay, but people that are even smarter than them, people that are open-minded, and people that really want to find the truth, because if there's people that want to find everything that's going on in this fucking world, it's the CIA guys, okay? Those people, they are not like that. They actually go and investigate and research. I do not know what conclusion they came to. Okay, maybe they just found out it was really just mass insanity. Okay, those people are just fucking crazy. Yeah, maybe that's what happened. Okay, but they gave the benefit of the doubt. Okay, and they went as far as to research and investigate it. Okay, and that's so, like, that shows how crazy CIA is. Okay, so, like, if that's the things that they show you, okay, if they are going to be like, okay, yeah, we were pretty crazy back then and we researched people that claim to be able to astral project into Mars. Like, if that's what they show you, imagine what they are not showing you, okay? So yeah, man, there's a lot of secrets out there. A lot of secrets. And, I think it's good that we do not know them, because, like, if you are able, like, imagine that in the 1 second you are who you are. I already fucking talked about this before, but it's okay because nobody listens to this shit. But imagine that 1 second you are yourself. Okay, you are just who you are. You know the things that you know, and life is just going on. 1 second later, out of nowhere, all of the information, all of the truth that those guys know is implanted on your brain. Okay, in a matter of seconds, every information of the world starts floating in your brain, and you start knowing the truth that those guys know. Now, like, how would you live after that? Like, how would your life be? Like, who would you be if you knew the truth? Okay, that's a good phrase, man. I think that's going to be the title of this video. I was thinking about Asshole Santa or Sad Christmas as a title, but I like this. Who would you be if you knew the truth? That's something that I wonder about. So maybe it's good that we do not know the truth. Because if we knew, man, if we knew what really happens, we would all go crazy, okay? we wouldn't be able to live the lives that we live now, the way we live now. Okay? Why did I... Okay, yeah, I was talking about Russia, then I started talking about spies, and I started talking about how every fucking secret that has been revealed is because of fucking horny people, right? That's the gist of it. People are just way too fucking horny for their own good. And that always happens, man. That always happens, and that's always going to happen, okay? Some guy is fucking horny as fuck, some bitch starts fucking hitting on him, some woman that he would never have a chance with otherwise. And I mean, I think it's fair. Like, it's fair, man. The dude studied a lot. He applied himself a lot to know the things that he knows now. Okay, he earned it. So if he earned it, he should share with whoever he wants to. And if it's a fucking bitch sucking his dick, then let him be. Let the guy do what he fucking wants to do, man. He studied enough, okay? He worked enough. Okay, he kept your secrets for long enough. Let a fucking hot Russian bitch get those secrets for them, okay? Let them be, man. Okay? And let me tell you, man. Let me tell you something. It's good that spies exist, okay? It's good. Okay, because God knows where we would be right now if it were not for spies. Okay? Like, it's good that they exist, and it's good that the governments know that they exist, okay? Because everybody's spying on everybody, so you can never be sure that your secrets are safe. So because you'll never know if they know, you do not do something too stupid. You always take one step back and think, okay, should we be doing this? Okay, but what if they know if they are doing this? Okay, so maybe we shouldn't do it this way. Okay, maybe we should be more careful. Okay, so it's good because, like, if you know you are being spied, the first thing that comes to mind is being, okay, how do I not get spied on, right? However, that's not the only thing that happens. Maybe I think that if you are being spied on, if you are a government and you know you are being spied on because you are working on some serious shit, I think if you are being spied on, you take a step back and you think to yourself, okay, maybe what I'm doing here is kind of crazy. Okay, so maybe I should do things differently. And maybe if what I am doing right now stops being this crazy, maybe I'm not going to get spied on. Okay? So I think that the importance of spies are very important. Okay? Their importance is important. Okay? I said what I said. Okay? But yeah, man, like, watching that spy shit, okay? And again, I do not know how real that is. I do not know if it's accurate, but it makes me want to be a spy, man. I mean, like, not the James Bond type of thing, I do not want to fucking wear a tuxedo and shoot people and go to parties of rich people. I do not want that. I want to live in an apartment, work in a normal job, and just like getting the information and making some operations. And sometimes I shoot somebody, sometimes I have to, so I go there and I shoot him or her. And sometimes I bang some bitches to get information. Sometimes I do that. That would be cool. That would be cool. Another thing, man, that when you start watching those shows, you start wondering if there are spies among you. Because, I mean, they work a normal job. They live a normal life. The only difference is that they at night, they do not sleep. They go to make their fucking crazy operations and shoot people. That's what they do at night. Okay, they are like vampires. They're like vampires. But they do not drink blood. They live on the information they can get. Right? So you start oh my god, man. the maximum amount of time that I can talk in this podcast is fucking 40 minutes, because after that I just can't talk for shit. That's so frustrating. Anyway, so you watch those shows, you'll see that those spies are actually like living the most normal life possible. So you start wondering, are the people around me spies? Like, is there a spy around me? But I mean, not because you think that they are spying on you precisely, specifically, sorry. Not that they are spying on you, but I mean, maybe you are in a circle. Maybe you are around something, maybe you are working with something that's worth being spied on. Okay? So maybe there's a spy between you, and you start thinking, who is the fucking spy here, man? Who would be the spy? Like, think about it. Think about the people that you work with. Think about the people that you live with. Who would be the spy? Okay? Who would be the spy? And I don't know, man. There are so many people around me that could be spies, actually. I wouldn't rule out that many people, okay? Because that's the thing about spies. They want you to rule them out, okay? So, yeah, man. Like, I don't know. That gets me thinking, and watching that shit makes me all kinds of way. I talked about it the previous episode, but I'm just going to say it again, man. I can't watch shit without getting absorbed in it. Okay, whenever I'm watching something that I like, I get way too much into it, and I get way too immersed into this story, man. And I start, like, I'm watching this series, right? The Americans, but now I'm starting to wonder if I should stop, because I get way too sad watching it, And I mean, it's good. It's good feeling something when you are consuming a piece of art, right? I'm glad that the show is so good that it makes me feel things. But at the same time, man, the thing about TV series is that they go for too long. They last too long. So it's hours and hours and hours of feeling sad and feeling depressed and feeling nihilistic, Like, every episode some shit happens and you see how shitty the world is and how fucking crazy reality is, how everything is so absurd. And then at night you start dreaming about fucking Russia, and you start dreaming about spies, and you start dreaming about fucking nuclear weapons, and you start thinking about the USA, and you're like, holy fucking shit, man, can't I just watch the show and enjoy it as a normal human being? Why do I have to get so fucking immersed into it? So, like, I am I have been unconsciously, oh my god, how do I fucking say that shit? I have unconsciously stopped watching the show. Because, like, the last time I watched it was, I think, Thursday. Or was it? No, it was not Thursday, it was on Monday. Yes, it was Monday. It was the last time I watched the show. I started season 2. And, like, the very first episode of season 2 is very sad. Okay, it's very depressing, it's very, okay, it's very. So, like, I mean, I was watching it, I was binge watching it, was watching a lot of episodes, one after the other, man. But then I felt so shitty, man. I felt so sad, so hopeless in the fucking world. And I think that my brain just said, okay, man, you can't watch that shit, man. You get way too into it, and you get way too sad watching that shit. So we are going to stop. Because, like, it's not possible that I like so much that shit, but I can't bring myself to watch it. Like, I feel tired just thinking about watching it, okay? I'm just like, okay, man, I'm just going to go watch a fucking YouTube video about whatever the fuck, and I'm not going to watch that shit because it makes me so fucking sad. Okay, so my brain has been fucking, how do I say it? It has been sabotaging the show for me because it's tired of feeling so depressed and sad and having dreams of Russia. I said it before, but man, I fucking dream. Like, whenever I'm watching something, then I get way too into it, man. I start dreaming about it. Okay, Another crazy thing that happens, man, and it has not happened recently in my life, but I remember playing World of Warcraft back in the days, some years ago. And whenever I had to wake up early in the morning, that time, the twilight of the brain, right? When you are waking up, but you were, like, your brain is still, it's still booting, that time, you feel your brain heavy. Like that, there was a time I was so addicted to World of Warcraft that whenever I was waking up, it felt as if I was living in the game, man. I would think so much about that shit. I would play that shit for so many hours that whenever I was in that process of getting up, I wouldn't sleep much because, I mean, I was fucking playing World of Warcraft. Nobody that plays that shit faithfully sleeps that much, okay? Everybody that plays that shit, especially nowadays, is so fucking crazy, okay? So, as I was waking up, I would start like it was not even dreaming. It felt like the game was real. And I remember I would think about the raids, and it felt like I was living in the raids, and I couldn't separate the fucking fantasy from reality. Like I literally couldn't separate both. It really felt like it was fucking real, and that feeling is terrible, because when you start feeling that way, you start seeing that there's something fucking wrong with your brain, right? Whenever those things happened, I was like, holy fucking shit, man, what the fuck is wrong with me? I need to fucking play that shit less. I do not want to fucking mix both realities, fucking, like, that's something crazy, like that's for crazy people, and I'm not crazy, not that much at least. I do not want to fucking mix the realities and lose myself in that shit. So yeah, man, like, it fucking sucks, okay? It's hard to find something that I like. It's hard to find something that I really, really love, watching or playing or whatever. And then when I do find it, I just get absolutely fucking immersed in it, like way too fucking much, to the point that that it stops being enjoyable, because I just feel so fucking sad, and I just feel so fucking happy, and I feel just so fucking excited, like way too much. I should go to therapy, man. I'm starting to realize that I should go to therapy to start fucking seeing about my emotions. Maybe what's the fucking, there's so many fucking mental problems nowadays. I do not even know if I can say that they are mental problems, but let's roll with it. So, how is it called again? There's so many, men, that I think I may have borderline. I might have borderline, and it's kind of embarrassing to say that, because usually borderline is something that women have, right? Is that sexist? I don't know, man, but I think that it's most common on women, okay? Like, let me be real here. I think it's most common on women. Why do I think that? I do not know. I think I heard it somewhere, but I think it is. But I think I might have that, because everything that I feel way too much. Like, I can't control my feelings. I really can't fucking control my feelings, man. I have no fucking control all over them. And they just make me, I think that the kids say nowadays, tweak. They make me tweak. They make me twerk. Okay? So yeah, man. Maybe I should go to therapy, because I'm fucking tired of being a slave to my emotions and my feelings, and not being able to control them. Maybe I shouldn't control them, okay? Maybe controlling the emotions is the wrong thing about it. Maybe that's the wrong way to see it. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyways, I think that's it, man. Like, it has been another fucking terrible week. Unfortunately. Not unfortunately, it's my fault, actually. I'm fucking stupid as shit. And instead of fucking getting serious about this, I'm just come here and try to raw dog it, and I have been feeling miserable since the fucking start of this fucking channel. But maybe someday I'm going to create some fucking character in my, maybe I'm going to become someone more serious about this, and I'm going to start writing my thoughts and my ideas. Not that they are great or anything, but since I'm already doing this, I might as well fucking apply myself to it, right? I might, I should. Anyways, I guess that's it, man. Okay, tomorrow is my birthday. I'm going to become 26, and I do not know what to think about it. Okay, I see people my age having not better lives, but they have achieved more than I have. And it kind of pisses me off when people say that you shouldn't compare yourself to them, and when people say that the lives that they are showing on their Instagram are a lie. People would love to say that shit, okay? And people that say that shit, all they want is to feel better about themselves, okay? But no, man, the people that show their lives on Instagram, they really have great lives, okay? Like, their lives are really that great. And if they are not that great, okay, if they are kind of sad, if they are kind of depressed, if they lead a life that is not great, if they have mental problems because of their fame, they are still fucking rich as fuck, okay? And that's what I care about, okay? I care about money. So yeah, man, like, I fucking hate when people say that the life of social media is fake. I mean, yeah, everything is fucking fake to some extent, okay? But I mean, they do have the fucking money, the money. And if they don't, okay, if their Lamborghini is rented, you can be sure that in a couple of months, they are going to have enough money to buy a Lamborghini, okay? Okay? So yeah, man, I look at people my age, I feel sad, I feel depressed, I feel like I'm behind in life. And now that I'm turning 26, I start, there's always that fucking 18-year-old. Okay, the thing is, when I was 18 years old, when I heard of a 20-year-old doing something crazy, I was like, okay, anyways. Like, I mean, I'm going to be 20 years old someday, and I'm going to do something great, so I'm sure of it. But now I'm going to be 26, and whenever I see young people doing something crazy, I'm like, holy fucking shit, I hate them. I hate that there are people that are better than me. But anyways, that's how I have been. I hope you guys have been well. I hope you guys had a great Christmas. The next episode is after the year ends, so I hope you guys have a great end of the year. I hope the next year is pretty good for all of you. Okay, have a good New Year's Eve. Have a good first day of the year. I hope to be here once again next week. I hope I have something to talk about next week. Okay? Anyways, have a good day, have a good night, whatever. And I hope to see you guys next week once again. Bye bye. Ciao.